Hello everybody, it's Rhino.
And Hannah.
And we are here today at Universal Epic Universe inside of the Dark Universe, standing just outside of Das Stakehaus because we're hungry and it's hot out and we want to eat.
It's going to be Das good.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Okay. The park is still in its annual pass holder previews here, but that is not stopping us from eating and drinking our way through this brand new theme park, this brand new addition to the Universal Orlando Resort. So today we're having a monster of a day, and we're trying the quick service restaurant located in Dark Universe, which is Das Steakhouse. And like Hannah said, hopefully it's Das good. So we're just, without further ado, I think we're just going to go inside, order some stuff. Hopefully there's some fun food, some fun drinks. Have you eaten here yet?
No, I'm not eating here. I'm not even stepped foot inside.
Oh, okay. Nice. Yeah, I've only had like one little snack or something like that. So this should be a lot of fun. I love this. Before we go inside, I want to remind everybody that this and everything that we do here is brought to you by Dreams Unlimited Travel. They're experts at helping you plan the perfect Universal vacation. And when you book with them, it costs you nothing extra on your trip. You help support the channel and all of the content that we produce here. Check them out, dreamsunlimitedtravel.com for a free, no obligation quote today. It is also brought to you by our Patreon supporters. If you want to learn more about how you can get exclusive content from different members of the Diz team like Hannah or myself, you can head over to patreon.com/DizUnlimited. Thank you everybody for that continued support. Hannah, let's go eat.
So this is my very first time in Das Steakhouse. I feel like I haven't spent enough time in Dark Universe yet, so I'm excited to do that today. I've seen photos of inside here, and I will say my first impression is that it is bigger and darker and gloomier and prettier than the photos do it justice of. Like you walk in, it's this like really immersive place that you just want to hang out in, especially on a warm summer Florida day. It just feels like, okay, I want to hang out in this little cave for a little bit, enjoy some good food, have a beverage. Do obviously highly recommend walking around because there are so many little details. My favorite, I think, is when you first walk from the ordering station to the dining room, let's just say, there is in the corner, it's our favorite familiar, and it's a casket, and it just reminds me of Guillermo from What We Do in the Shadows, and I hope Guillermo's okay wherever he is right now. There are also some very scary vampires with stakes in their hearts around the restaurant, so I don't know, it's the only thing I've thought about. If you have young kids that are maybe like scared of this type of stuff, maybe don't. Maybe look at the photos online before you come here and kind of, I don't know, think about that for yourself. There are rooms, like the room that we're sitting in, I guess is the crypt, and it's like you can see the vampires off in the distance, but you can kind of avoid it a little bit. Anywho, I really enjoy it here. Can't wait to see more details. For my beverage today, I got the Dark Thorn Mead. It's a 9-ounce pour. It's $14, and it's a blackcurrant boysenberry session mead, and it's infused with pink peppercorn. It is definitely on the sweet side, but it's served cold, and it doesn't sit heavy, so even though it's sweet, it doesn't necessarily make you feel icky afterwards. I don't know if I could drink 2 of these back to back just because the sweetness level.
It's made exclusively for the land.
It is. That is true. So it is exclusive to Dark Universe. You can get it here at Das Steakhouse. You can also get it at the Burning Blade Tavern as well. You can mobile order it at the Burning Blade Tavern. I highly recommend it. I love that this is a disposable plastic wine glass, but it just gives it a little something. Clearly I'm enjoying it. I do love that it kind of looks like blood. I think this is a must-have, must-try for me.
I do agree with what Hannah said about it could be a little spooky for some, especially the younger people. But I do know that Hannah's son took a liking to Frankenstein, right? So I'm not sure how he feels about Dracula, but only time will tell, I think. I did also order a drink here that is also exclusively made for this land, and that is the Reaper's Reserve, which is a brown ale spiced with cinnamon, nutmeg, and clove. I'm clearly also very much enjoying it. I want to say it was $13. Let me double check my receipt really quick. Sorry about that. It was, yes, 13. Hannah's Mead was 14. Both very good. I think this one's going to be like my go-to when we get into the winter seasons, the Januaries, the Februaries, maybe even the Marches if we're so blessed that time of year. But I do like it in here. I think this is it's a lot of fun for just like a quick service restaurant. Right now during the annual pass holder previews, they are asking that you not order at the at the registers that you come to the table and you mobile order, and that is kind of true for basically anywhere in the park that's a quick service right now. And there can be a little bit of holdups on that, so I do want to advise people, like, check the menus ahead of time, not in the mobile order, because none of the draft beers were showing up for us today, so we had to go up to order them. So the Reaper's Reserve and the Dark Mead, or the Dark Thorn Mead, weren't on there. I think what's really cool about this area is, according to like Universal's website, the monsters kind of picture themselves as the heroes of all of their stories. So it would be cool to, if you walk around, there's a lot of these like really big portraits that show them as kind of, they're very much like these like old war photos, but they're the center of it, and they are like commanding the battle and stuff. And so it's cool. We are sitting in the crypt area. That I did have one of the familiars, is what they're called, the team members that work in this restaurant. One of the familiars told me that there's a picture of a woman on the wall up here, and I think that's like Dracula's favorite wife or first wife, I can never remember. But it's got his symbol above her, and that's how you know. But yeah, a lot of fun, a lot of cool details. One of my favorite things are these really awesome chandeliers that they have here that have these just like massive stakes with these skulls, with these like kind of burned candles dripping down them. It's a lot of fun. I like it so far. We did order a couple of food items. We wanted to try sort of two different things. So we went with the Das Burger, which is a seared Angus burger with tomato pepper chutney, white cheddar cheese, grilled onions, hot cherry peppers, bacon on a black bun with fries. The Das Burger is $17.99. We also got the Bird on a Steak, which is a grilled dry rub chicken tenderloin with red chimichurri, charred green onion, mashed potatoes, roasted baby carrots, acorn squash, crispy maitake mushrooms. The Bird on a Steak is $17.99. For dessert, we got the Labato Cotta, Greek yogurt, vanilla panna cotta brain with raspberry sauce. The Labato Cotta is $6.99. We also ordered the Red Velvet Death. It's a red velvet heart beat coffin cake with chocolate crumbs and puffed rice maggots. The Red Velvet Death is $6.99.
Number one for me, the mead. Just kidding. So it has to be the red velvet cake dessert. I love the attention to detail, little coffin shape, the little chocolate skull, the little maggot Rice Krispies. That was delicious. I know it just looks like a quick service cake, but it was, the chocolate red velvet was like so flavorful. It was dense but yet still light, and the cream cheese frosting, perfection. It was creamy, delicious. I could have cleared that thing by itself easily. Number two for me is definitely going to be the Das Stakehaus burger. I really liked it. I feel like it was one of the best theme park burgers I've had for a quick service. The patty was a little beefier. I do feel like it was cooked maybe a little more, I don't know if I would even call it was probably cooked medium, but it was juicy. It was had a little bit of spice, had a crunch from the peppers that were inside. The fries were okay. They were chunky fries. They were kind of like not quite a steak fry, but not like a thin fry either. They were thick. They had a little bit of seasoning on them as well. They were okay. They're all right. So I thought I would actually come back here and get that if I was coming back to Das Stakehouse, which I'm sure I will be. Number three for me is going to be the Bird on a Steak. Honestly, this is what I thought the whole restaurant was going to be when I first found out about it. I thought it was all going to be things on steaks. Also, I was thinking it was going to be more of a steakhouse, which is funny because for a quick service, this totally could be a steakhouse. Like, it kind of has that like cellar, moody, candlelit vibe to it. Like, I think they could make this a more elevated experience if they wanted to. The problem with the chicken was it was very dry. It had good flavor from the dry rub that was on it. Maybe that's why it was dry. I'm kidding. If it just had been like a little more tender, maybe not overcooked as much, and then if it would have had more of the chimichurri sauce, I think it would have been a winner. So it's like so close, not quite. Hopefully they'll test and adjust. What I did like about it though were the mashed potatoes were very good. They had this like good kind of like buttery, garlicky flavor to them. They were whipped and creamy. Also, the root vegetables and the acorn squash that were with it were seasoned well. They were a nice accompaniment to it. I feel like serving size, like the skewers were a little small, but there was like plenty of mashed potatoes. And I like the veggies that were served with it. Number 4 is going to be the brains. It's I knew I was going to like it. Like, I'm not a big panna cotta person. Greek yogurt, whatever. You know, I'll eat it for breakfast sometimes. I'm not going to order it for dessert in a theme park. So presentation was fantastic. That thing looked gross. Made me excited for HHN. The raspberry flavor was good. I don't know. I mean, why on earth would you order that when you can order the delicious coffin cake? So there's my answer.
I think I have a similar ranking as Hannah. Mine is like slightly different. So if you were to say, what do you think is the absolute best thing on this table? I think it is no question this like coffin cake. The beets, maybe that's what gives it this just like really nice moist flavor. Like, it's a perfectly cooked piece of cake. Yeah, I whispered the word because I hate saying it, and I hate hearing it.
I didn't say it. I'm proud of myself. I wanted to.
Hannah nailed it though when she said this cream cheese frosting that they're using inside of it is like divine. It is not too sweet. It's perfect with the cake, but I love it when you work in those like little like puffed rice maggots on the side. It's very, very good. And for $6.99, I think it is 100% worth it. I think my next favorite thing is the burger. The first bite, I said, I don't think I like it because I got a lot of the tomato pepper chutney, and I felt like it was very on the sweet side on that first bite, but then we bit a little bit more, and it started getting some spice that was definitely coming from those like hot cherry peppers, which I love. I feel like very commonly used in subs in Massachusetts. You always say, with hot? And they'll say, okay. And that's kind of what they throw in there. But also, Hannah, I don't remember if you said it when you were talking about it or not, but it is a really good burger. Like, especially, I don't want to just say for just Universal, but I feel like in the years I've been doing this, I feel like Universal Studios Florida and Islands of Adventure have this very specific type of a theme park burger that I know when Craig was here, it was very like not good, and there was a lot of times like really good food surrounding it. This one is like, this is a like a handmade patty, it feels like, and so there was some like nice it felt like quality, and for $17.99 it better feel like quality. The fries were interesting because in the photo in the app they don't show a seasoning on it, and there's no description about it in the seasoning of it, but there is definitely something on them, whether it's like paprika or something like that, but there's definitely like a red coating on here. I think it was good. I don't think I'd order a whole one of these for myself. Like, we split it on the table, and I feel like that was the way to go for me. But it was good. The next one down, I think, is the labata cotta. It's not bad. I actually like. There's like a little bit of like something giving me Pop Rocks a little bit in here, but like the vanilla, the Greek yogurt panna cotta, like with the raspberry, is nice. It's light. I definitely understand why Hannah, it's not her thing. I do think it's like, I don't think it's as fun as the other items on the table. However, the reason why I'm putting the bird on the steak the lowest is just because our piece of chicken on this was so dry. I was not happy about that. For $17.99, it definitely should not have been 2 very dry pieces of chicken. However, those mashed potatoes, she's not kidding around. Those are good mashed potatoes. And I really like the carrots. They're like the multicolored ones. And the acorn squash in there was really nice too. So all of that, and the rub on there was really nice. So like, if this had been like a really good piece of chicken, I actually think this would have been my favorite thing on the table. I like the beer. I really think lean into it. Get one of the beer or the meads. And I think ordering something here, I don't think you'll, I don't know. I don't think you'll be disappointed. I've enjoyed it. Would I come back? Yes, absolutely. Will I come back? Yes, absolutely. Let's not kid ourselves. There's a lot of other things on this menu. Like, I know there's like a, I'm going to read it to you right now, actually. Oops, I'm sorry. I'm on our next location. If you can guess where that's going to be. It's also in this area. But at Das Stakehaus, there's still the blood orange chicken sandwich, which I did have on the first day I came in here. I had a small bite of one, and so like I'd like to try that one again at some point. There is a staked steak as well. I had the Darkmoor Black Wings when I came for a different preview day, and those were okay. I liked them. They were very much giving me like the wings that you get on like a poo-poo platter at your local Asian restaurant, and I kind of like that. So, were they worth $15.99? That's up for you. I'm not a chicken on the bone. I'm not a meat on the bone type of fella. But there are more steak things, and then there's this like bits and pieces, which is some wild mushroom brisket meatloaf. So there's other options here. And for the kiddos, I just want to throw that in there too, because I know Hannah brought that up in the beginning. There is a tender skewer, which is a crispy chicken tender served with grapes and fries. Really going outside of the box on that one. And then there's the meatloaf skewer, which is a grape jelly glazed brisket meatloaf served with grapes and fries. That sounds interesting. Okay, so there's some other stuff to try in here. All right, we're done with our lunch at Das Steakhouse. Hannah, final thoughts. Would you return? Would you recommend?
Yeah, 10 out of 10 would recommend. I feel like also the atmosphere is great. It's gonna be great in the summertime when it's a little toasty. It's a cool, dark cave in there. I enjoyed what I had. I'd come back, I'd get the burger, I'd get the mead, I'd get the chocolate coffin dessert. And yeah, be sure to come out. I guess I don't know how to describe where we are.
Yeah, so that's a really good point you're starting to make, is that when you exit, it's a weird, like, it doesn't look like you can go through an exit. So I'm assuming there might be like people to tell you that like once the park is open and stuff. But there's this whole side area that we're just outside of that you can go through this like iron wrought gate here. But when you exit the restaurant, that's where you come out, and it's a nice like shaded area. But there's like some creepy vampire statues in there and stuff.
Yeah, vampires are no longer with us. They just stake through the heart.
Also, don't forget to turn around when you're inside and see that little creepy girl with the teddy bear.
You can't miss her. Yeah. I know, yeah, she's very
creepy. Her name's Hannah.
Yeah. I'm so glad you got to see me at work today.
No, I enjoyed it. I think this is definitely, it feels very well themed, very well like part of the experience. I'll be interested to see how people start responding to the menu in here. I do like it. It does feel like elevated, like an elevated theme park quick service experience.
And there's unique options. It's not just burgers and fries and chicken. I mean, yeah, you can, well, I guess, wait a minute, it is all burgers and fries and chicken. But it's not chicken strips, and it's not a standard theme park burger.
And I like the big, the tables are cool with these like big tall backs with like the bats on them and things. And
heavy too.
Yeah, they are heavy. And we got real silverware in here, which was nice. I don't know. I feel like it's good. I'd recommend it. I think we both give it a thumbs up. Good work on this one. Yeah. Oh no, the sound's coming out. So that's going to do it for this Universal Dining Review. Thank you everybody for joining us here. If you liked the video, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and of course leave us comments about where you'd like to see us go next. Other sort of Universal content. Doesn't have to be Epic Universe, but things you'd like to see us cover. And because we'd love to cater some content toward you to help you plan a better Universal vacation. And don't forget about the experts at Dreams Unlimited Travel that can help you plan that best Universal vacation. That's going to do it for us. Stay spooky, everybody.